Hello, everyone.
Welcome to our podcast. My name is Peyton.
And my name is Anna, and we are your hosts for
Unfolding the Process.
So, we're college roommates, best friends at Lindenwood University.
We met playing soccer, but we think our friendship goes a lot deeper than that.
Mm-hmm.
And we wanted to start this podcast originally in the fall, but
It's been a long process. So.
Yeah, basically we just both love talking a lot, and our roommates kicked us out, so we were like, we might as well just start a podcast.
Yeah. So we have big dreams as college athletes, and we've both had very different journeys, I think, coming here, and very different experiences. And, you know, we look like twins, but we are different people, we swear. So, with the matching outfits and everything.
Yeah, I was going to say that we're like matching right now.
Yeah. So anyways, so getting into this podcast, like, we kind of just want to have a safe space for anyone really involved in sports to come and listen to what we're saying. And we want people to feel supported and kind of valued and valid in their own process in sports.
I think our goal is to just like have athletes and people in general be comfortable in the timeline, like their own specific timeline, because everyone's journey is different, and we hope to show you that.
Mm-hmm. So if you're in sports now, if you want to be in sports, or if you're done with sports, you are welcome to come, and we're here. We're going to be talking, and we're going to be having a good time. So that's what's going on.
Yeah. I mean, this is just a chill podcast, but I'm already sweating, so.
Yep. Not that chill. But
It's like 9 p.m. here, so I don't know when you're watching this, but.
Yeah. But if you couldn't tell, we're shining bright tonight, so. Woo! All right.
Okay, so this podcast is called Unfolding the Process, and I think today we're just going to obviously unfold our own processes, because you guys might know us, you might not know us, but you're going to learn about us. So I'm going to start. I think a big thing for soccer is like remembering, especially once you get older, remembering why you're playing soccer.
Yeah.
So I started playing soccer when I was 5 years old, and the reason I started playing soccer was because my older sister is doing it.
Of course. I feel like that's a lot of people.
Yeah, I just want to be I just wanted to be better than her, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
Normally it's like you want to be like her. No, you want to be better?
All right. I wanted to be better than her.
Fair.
My sister and I were best friends, but we do compete for everything. Once I got into high school, she quit soccer. So
that was healthy for the relationship, probably. Just saying, I think it was good.
Probably. But I started at age 5. My dad coached my soccer team. If anyone has ever had a parent coach them, you know, you either love it or you hate it. I loved it, but it was definitely hard. He would make me run sprints in front of the whole team at age 6.
Classic.
Yeah. He was terrifying. He would literally, I wouldn't do anything. He'd just be like, Peyton, go run. And my whole team would watch me. I'd be bawling my eyes out. 5 years old. I'm like, what is this?
Aww.
But here I am today. So he has shaped me into
the
person I am and the player I am.
So did he like let you call him dad on the field?
No.
Or, oh, okay. It was coach?
Coach.
Coach only.
And not Coach Mike.
Just coach?
Coach.
All right.
Yeah.
The serious.
My first team's name was the Bluebirds. I did not vote for that name. I voted for the Blue Sharks. Like, why would anyone want to name their soccer team Bluebirds?
I like the Sharks alliteration with the S, like soccer sharks. Like, I get it. I get what you're saying. Sharks and minnows. For some reason, sharks are very active in soccer, and it's a land sport.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Maybe even the Blue Dolphins.
Yeah.
I love dolphins, so. Yeah. Anyway, I played for him until I was about 8. And when I was 8, we were all handpicked into my first club team.
Well, that had to make you feel good.
Yeah, it did. And I helped pick the rest of the players. Like, we still needed a goalie. So
I went shopping?
Yeah, I was like 8 years old scouting the other team. I was like, oh, she's tall. And she's like my best friend now.
Yeah.
The goalie I handpicked. I was like, you're welcome.
So if you need an 8-year-old scout, get Peyton.
Well, not 8 anymore, but you know.
You know, same mentality. You know, the brain's still there.
Maybe I should be a scout. Not a teacher, a scout.
We'll see. We'll see where it's going. You know the process. We're getting there.
Yeah, we're still young.
Yeah.
So then it was an independent club called the Strikers.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a lot of money, especially nowadays. It would be I don't think I could do that anymore.
Yeah.
And I originally was actually scouted for this other club, but it was too expensive, so we couldn't do it. And then I cried.
I think that's a problem of a lot of people. Like, it's fair.
Yeah. So our current teammate, her name is Maddie Vasiloff. Shout out. Her dad was our coach for a very long time. I think from 8 to 11 years old, we played for the Strikers, the independent team. we always wore our jackets every day to school. Did you have those?
Like the pullovers?
Yeah.
Like just zip up? Yeah.
Yeah. I wore them every single day.
Yeah,
They
same.
called us the soccer girls. They were orange.
And did you have the headband too?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
My mom made the
whole
headbands.
setup. The braided ones?
No.
Oh.
What?
Okay. Only tournament bought the braided. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know the braided ones, but like the flat ones with like
your name on it?
Eat, sleep, breathe,
Yep.
soccer,
Yep,
or your
like
name
that.
on
Yep.
it. Yeah, my number too.
Yeah.
And I would always wear ribbons in my hair.
Yeah. All right. I wasn't at the ribbon level, but I was definitely I had an Anna. I actually have a picture of me on my first day of 6th grade with Anna soccer ball.
My favorite is that my dad never let me roll my shorts.
So you always had it all the way down? Oh,
and I was the smallest kid like ever. And I played center back.
So you were tough.
I was tough.
You were scaring the 8-year-olds.
I would like accidentally slide tackle someone. I'm like, yeah.
Walk away with a strut. Like,
yeah, I'm like, my knees are bleeding.
Stay down, yeah.
Okay, so getting distracted. He coached us. He coached that team until we were 11. Then we all collectively decided to move to Lufuse, which if you're from the St. Louis area, you guys probably know what that is. Mm-hmm. And so we moved when we were 11 years old. The whole entire team, like I think we added a couple more people, but it was like same team. And that was really fun. And then by the age of 8th grade, so 14, 15.
Yeah, whatever age we were.
Maddie and I actually decided to move up. We were asked to move up teams. So
big step in the process.
And John, which is her dad who coached us basically our whole lives. He also got an assistant coach position. Yeah. So we played there until the end of my club soccer days. That's when I started looking into like college recruitment. I feel like when I joined that team, because the coach was so on top of it. I never even like thought about college. I was like, I'm just playing soccer for fun. Yeah. And also in between there, I was playing other sports, which I feel like that's like not common nowadays.
No, there's a lot of like controversy around that. I think
it's horrible. I loved playing other sports. Yeah. Like it wasn't even, don't even want to say it was like a distraction, but like it was.
It was a way to like escape from the thing that was your main priority, and even your body. Like I felt so much better sometimes if I took a break from one sport and got to play the other. Like my body felt better, my mind felt better, I was happier. Like
yeah,
I think it was just better.
My excuse was always like, oh, this is getting me ready for soccer. So like,
well, and it kept you in shape.
Like, yeah, that's what. No, it did help a lot, and like, I feel like it made me better at soccer. That I wasn't only thinking about soccer. So like, it helped me not get burnt out, because I feel like a lot of people nowadays like
they're done by the time they get to high school because they're forced to just play soccer like since they're little. Like I don't understand that, but
even as like my senior year came, I noticed like the freshmen coming in, they were so good, and I've been like keeping up with them now, and like none of them are going to play college soccer, and I like even texted them, they're like, I just don't want to play anymore. Like I love soccer, but they're like, I'm just kind of done.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because also it's weird because their parents are the ones that did all the sports too, so it's kind of weird that if they had experience playing multiple sports, why they wouldn't let them.
I know, yeah.
It's interesting. It's definitely interesting, but I think in our process, I think we both benefited from being able to do multiple things. So
yeah, so great, we got distracted again. So now I'm on my college recruitment process. Okay, I actually already had Lindenwood in my mind. Like that's the school I already wanted to go to. Our coach, like the main coach of Lindenwood, he came and ran a couple practices or like camps, and I went to them with my team at the time. And I already knew like I wanted to go there. Loved him, loved his coaching style.
Love at first sight.
Yeah, but I was in 8th grade, so obviously he couldn't like talk back to me. So like
he's like, who's this psycho obsessed with me right now?
Like, who's this baby? Like, you still got like 5 more years, bud.
But yeah, bud.
So then I just kept them in mind, and then I like started emailing. I was like really on top of my emails. I was the first commit.
That's admirable. That's really admirable.
I was the first commit on my club soccer team because I already knew where I wanted to go. Yeah. Emailed them. They came to all of my games because I told them about them, and that's where I was. I did a like private tour with them. What's that called?
The visit?
Yeah.
Like just I think it's a visit. Like,
I did like a private visit with them, and they walked me around the campus. Went home to an email that they offered me. The next day I went on a tour to Maryville.
That's like a double date right there.
It was already like
you're in a love triangle right now. With the Maryville, Lindenwood University, Payton's up here.
It was already scheduled. I was like, sorry, I like still have to go to this. I didn't tell them that though, so
did you just like not answer or
Yeah. I just didn't answer
I
yet.
feel like that's fair.
Yeah. So then I went to Maryville, thinking about Lindenwood the whole entire time. I really liked the Maryville head coach. I don't know. Did you ever go there?
No, no. I'm very, like, not
I'm from
in
around here. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm from, like, the St. Louis area. We're both from Illinois, but I'm, like, fake Illinois. I'm from Granite City, so that's, like, only 35 minutes from here.
I'm from the Chicago area, so we'll get into that, you know. You can go ahead.
So then I went on a tour with her and loved her, and then she told me she sees me playing a 9, and I was like, okay, no.
Dang, okay.
No, I was like, okay, so I guess you didn't come to my games? Like, were you watching
potential.
number 28?
Maybe she just saw 8. And
Yeah, maybe she was just
9.
Yeah, maybe in good 9. I was like, oh, yeah.
We were just like, oh, were you trying to be positive?
Yeah, I was like, oh, no one's ever told me that before. That's what I said.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
That's like the, like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
But thank you answer. Like,
so the next day, I committed to Lindenwood. So,
I mean, here we are. So
yeah, I like
great.
emailed her too because I felt like we really connected. I emailed her once
nice
I
of
committed.
you.
I was like, I'm sorry, like I just got this offer from Lindenwood and I'm gonna go there. And she was like, I really liked you or whatever. And she said something about, but I'm not gonna like you when we play you or something like that. But
oh yeah, because we were D2 at that time.
Oh, that's another thing we could. Yeah. That's a big thing to talk about. I committed. Oh.
Okay, hold on, everyone. All right, we're good.
That's
okay.
going.
That has never happened. Right, we have not been in here that long. Maybe, but
that was crazy.
Yeah, we were also freaking out coming in here about ghosts. So
we don't even know we're allowed in here.
No, it's like 9:15. Like the gates might be locked when we leave.
That was so scary.
Well, they're interested. They're interested in the story.
Oh, you're listening, huh?
Yeah. This is the sign.
Anyway, back to me.
Yeah, go away, ghost.
So, I don't even remember what I was talking about.
Just kind of like we were at the.
I committed when we were D2.
Yeah.
And then I had no idea that Lindenwood was thinking about moving D1 because I committed just so early. I think a year later after I committed, they moved D1.
Yeah. What? So wait, what month did you commit? Like what age were you?
I committed in July going into my junior year of high school.
Okay. So that's a month after we were able to talk to the coaches.
Yes. That's how on top of it I was. Like the day I was allowed to start, I was sending emails. Funny story, actually. This is a mistake that I made, and I don't think anyone else should ever make this. I think I was emailing U of I, Springfield.
Oh my days.
U of I Springfield, right? And then U of I Champaign.
Yeah,
I switched.
Completely different.
Yeah. Switched
the coaches
cities.
And stuff.
Yeah, so, like I emailed the wrong school about the other school.
So you were like, oh, hello, coach, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But it was like the other coach?
Yep.
Oh, my God.
So don't do that. That was really embarrassing. That's actually crazy. Because they answered the email.
What?
Yeah, they were like, sorry, I think you have the wrong school. I was like,
oh. What'd you even say to that?
I did not answer.
Oh, days.
So I think you guys should just be really aware when you're doing
proof check. Maybe Grammarly.
That was like all the time. I forgot I did that. Did you just know that's so bad?
you know, at least you ended up here. That's all that matters. And we don't ever play Springfield anymore if it wasn't. Because that would have been awkward. That would have been awkward. Whoa. To be like, she's like, wait, you emailed me the wrong name. And then she'd be like, yeah, you're done. They like tell them to target you and be like,
I like couldn't believe they answered the email.
No, that's like, I'm surprised.
Because I didn't notice until they answered.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God.
Did you like cry?
No, I was just like
like traumatized.
Yeah, because like I knew I wanted to go to Lindenwood. I was just emailing other schools to keep my options open.
Yeah.
I had a call with UMSL too, but like I'm not.
Yeah. I feel like that's good though that you like were at least open to it.
Yeah, that's why I committed so early because I was like, I was set on this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now do you want to talk about your I think that's it.
Yeah.
And now I'm here.
Woo! Going strong. Almost done.
Been here 2 years.
Done.
Yeah, halfway. That's crazy.
And then now like looking back on this, it's actually like wild to me.
Yeah.
That it was so long ago now.
I know.
And like other people are going through and they're committing and I'm like, dang.
We were talking about doing a podcast like our first year here. Mm-hmm. And it's like now we're halfway.
Yeah. And now we're here.
We're only
Like,
gonna get to do 2 years of this podcast.
it's okay. We have
No,
plans.
just kidding. Yeah.
We have plans. You guys will never hear the end of us. Don't worry. So yeah, I think my story is a little different than yours. Definitely, I think there's different attributes to it that are kind of like ironic now that I know like your story and my story. But starting in the beginning, so kind of as we mentioned, I'm from the Chicago area, Oswego, Illinois. Check me out. I know you guys are gonna be watching. Come on, I gotta shout them out.
The whole city is watching.
Huh?
The whole city is watching.
I'm always, it's like a subtitle above me, Oswego, Illinois. I should grab my thing. It says up there on my whole
we'll
name.
just put that for the whole episode.
Yeah, just, yeah. I'm proud of it, okay? I'll end up back there. I'll be home this weekend.
Okay, back to your story.
All right, anyways. Back to where I'm going to be starting. So, I played soccer since I was 3. I honestly don't remember a time in my life.
Oh, so you're 2 years up on me.
Yeah, just.
How did they let 3-year-olds play? Can you even walk yet?
It's like that, like, it was called Soccer Stars.
Did you have to wear a diaper?
No, I was potty trained. I was elite up here. Ask my mom. My mom, I don't think I had any developmental delays. I was perfect. Not tooting my own horn, but I was perfect. I'd organize things for fun. So, yeah. Anyways, look at my room now, and that is not the case. Sorry, Georgia. I think my clothes are sitting on the floor from practice. But moving on, it was Soccer Stars. It was like a t-shirt. It had like a literal star on it. It was through the Oswego Land Park District, so that's when it all started for me. But soccer was kind of huge in my family. My grandpa was huge into soccer, and so I think he was a big motivator for me. And then my mom played. So
did your mom just put you in soccer?
Honestly, she put me in everything. I remember playing t-ball and basketball.
Anna is the oldest child, so I feel like that's like...
Yeah, I have 4 younger sisters, so my mom kind of, I think, just tested me out with everything. Like, they always say that you're the guinea pig, but I think I was the guinea pig. Like,
yeah, for sure.
That's how it happened, which is fine. Like, I think I'm more
You're like
well-rounded.
the perfect guinea pig, yeah.
I think I'm more well-rounded for it. So I started playing when I was 3, and then, funny story, I'd play Park District, right? That's how you start. 2nd grade around the area is kind of when it started to get serious. It was like
8 years old, yeah.
Yeah. It was like, all right, we see the potential.
Yeah, all right, I'm better than everyone. Yep. Let's go.
I was also a very early bloomer. Like, I was way bigger than everyone else.
I was going to say, were you like taller than everyone else?
I was taller. I was bigger, like 6th
So this
grade.
is the opposite story we're telling. I was puny. I still am puny.
Yeah, but I'm not that big I'm pretty, I'd say, average on our team.
So one year, everyone just passed you up.
Yep.
Okay.
6th grade was
awesome.
the year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You can look at the pictures. My friends are like
Traumatic.
here, and then all of a sudden next year it's like, oh, and they're here. So it's like, oh, what happened there? And my sister, she's like 5'10", so I think I just like somehow transfer that to her. But
well, if it makes you feel better, I'm the tallest, and I'm 5'3", so shout out to my sisters.
Yeah,
we're just short over here.
Yeah, but you have a great personality.
Oh my god,
we're in love, if you're gonna tell. So
yeah.
Anyways, back to the story. So 2nd grade shows up, and my mom's like, okay, Anna, like, it's time, you have to make a choice. And
I have what, t-ball?
No, just soccer clubs. So I'm still allowed to do everything. My mom's a huge advocate of do whatever you want. Like, play as many sports as you can until you can't. Like, I'm very proud that my mom does that. Like, it makes me happy because that makes me feel that way too. But she was like, okay, kickers or Galaxy? I was like, okay. That's all I heard was the 2 names. There was no correlation between any of it. I later learned that Galaxy was a little farther away, a little more expensive. I picked kickers, though. I was like, kick the ball.
Yeah, I would have picked kickers.
Yeah, it was cool, but this will go full circle later. But yeah, it goes full circle. So I go to kickers. I loved it. It was a great club. It was so family-oriented. Like, at one point, I think I could name every single person in the club. It was so awesome. Yeah. And unfortunately,
that was like my independent club.
Yeah. And it's just so nice when you like know everyone. Like,
yeah.
It's so
I didn't
homey.
say my older sister was like in that club as well. There were 2 teams in the whole club. It was just me and her, and I would play with her sometimes.
Aww. Oh, never mind.
Again, I was puny.
Yeah.
She's
And you're competitive.
She's 2
Yeah.
years older than me. When I'm 8 years old playing against 10-year-olds, no.
It happens. Yeah. But so started there on a girls team, and I had a great time. My soccer coaches there, honestly, probably the best coaches I've ever had. I think I honestly credit them to my development so much. They focus so much. We sucked sometimes, don't get me wrong, but we learned so much that like I think I understood soccer so much better because of them. And I honestly think that's why I can play so many positions, because I was never stuck to one in the first place.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah. So that was awesome. And they also didn't ever limit anyone's development. So I was doing pretty well on the one
That's
team.
That's awesome that they did that.
Yeah, I really appreciate them. Shout out kickers, Coach Nick, Coach Luke.
That is something that like I've never even thought about. Like maybe like why do we pick our positions so young?
Yeah.
It's probably just like so people get better at one thing, but like why? Like what if you're actually meant to be a defender? And
exactly.
This whole time since you were taller than everyone or like longer stride, they put
it's
you up
crazy.
Forward. Yeah.
I'm very thankful for that. And they didn't limit my development. So at one point, I think I was playing on like 4 different teams, because eventually I joined a boys team. And then
oh my gosh, you're the one that did that?
Yeah.
I remember someone telling us
that. So I was on a boys team.
You would join a boys team.
It was
not
great, though.
friends.
It was great. Yeah. I honestly think
if I saw you playing with the boys team, I'd be like, bro, freaking pick me.
Oh yeah, you would. And you'd probably like glare the whole time and be like,
I'd probably take a video of you while you're running and then like
story. Ugh. Well, there was normally one other girl with me too a lot.
But
of the
now
time.
It's like it's admirable. Like
like I'm glad I did it, and it helped me a lot.
Yeah.
Like so I played on my age boys team. This is when it gets a little complicated.
Wait, how old were you?
I was probably in 5th grade maybe when I started doing that, 4th grade. Just around that age, because I would guest play. There was a lot of guest playing going on if people needed help.
Okay, yeah.
And then there was also a time I played 2 years up with girls, and it was awesome. That experience was like amazing. And like at one point I was in 6th grade, and they were in like 8th grade or like 7th grade in high school. Like I looked up to them so much. Like it's so cliche, but I did. I was like, wow, these girls are so cool. And like,
so you didn't have like a set team like all throughout your
I
years?
had my age group, which was like whatever we were, but then the years changed. So I was with that team, and then a year older boys team, and then 2 years older girls team at one point. And then I just guest play wherever I could. Like some weekends I think I'd have like 8 games, because I would just be playing on all the different teams. But then eventually the age gap changed.
Yeah, so if you guys didn't know, like we were born she was born 2004. I was born early 2005. And whenever we were probably 12.
Yeah, I think it was like 6th, 7th grade.
Yeah, we were like 12, 13, and the age changed. So before it was 04s and 05s. It was just like your grade school year.
Yeah.
That's who could be on your team, but then it changed to where it was like 2004s and then 2005s. So a lot of people, you had to move teams. And then I could stay on the team because I was born January 2005. I was so lucky.
Yeah. Majority, I would say, of my age that I was on the team with were 2005s, which like, it was really scary.
Same. None of us had to move. It was awesome.
It was really scary, but that ended up being okay. And I stayed on. So then after that happened, I kind of was just with my age girls and just my age boys. And like we were pretty decent. I had a really good time. And just doing the 2 teams, I think, was a really good balance. Because at this time, I also started playing travel basketball.
Oh my gosh.
So like, it's crazy to think about like everything that we were doing. And then all my sisters were doing stuff too. So it was crazy, but it was awesome, like, to go to soccer.
That's
and
really
basketball.
impressive for your mom to, like, take you everywhere.
Yeah. Shout out, Mom.
Shout out, Diane.
Yeah. Anyways, so that was crazy. So that was going on. I never played middle school, like, soccer, because I just had those 2 teams. So, like, a lot of my friends in other clubs would go play middle school soccer, so.
My school did not have a middle school soccer, so.
Yeah. That's okay. I don't feel like I missed out on anything.
Yeah.
But I played middle school basketball, and that was awesome. School sports, I think, are great. Like, I recommend for all to participate in school sports.
Yeah, I do feel like they're kind of, like, going downhill, though. Not very many people are as competitive as we once were, so.
Well, and they're also, I feel like people are sticking it out because they want to play with only their club team, but, like, I don't know. Something about playing for your school and with, like, your school friends was fun.
I loved playing for my school because, like, I feel like I could try out a new sport and it wasn't horrible if I was bad, because everyone there was just now trying it out as well.
And it was just for fun, and like you got to wear your school colors, and like the teachers heard about it. They were like,
Yes.
"Oh, Peyton, you had a good day yesterday," and you'd be like, "Yeah, I did." Thanks.
Yeah, on the intercom.
Yes, it was so awesome. So I recommend, but I didn't do soccer, which was okay because.
So you did basketball instead and then club soccer? Okay.
Yeah. So that was really fun. But then the day came where I could no longer play on the boys team because in high school, fall is boys soccer and girls.
You played boys
spring.
soccer all the way until high school?
Yeah, 8th grade
That's
was my
impressive.
last year.
Wow.
Yeah. It was fun.
You went through your awkward phase with boys watching you.
Yep. Don't get me wrong, those uniforms fit me terribly sometimes. Like,
we need to see pictures.
and I like point to like the big like 6th grade belly that's there, like, because you know you have like baby fat and it's like all over, and then like my thighs were too big to like fit the youth shorts, but like,
and then of course boys that age, they're like so freaking scrawny.
Yes.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
It was am I the problem, or
it was something else, let me tell you. But so that happened. So obviously I couldn't keep playing with them because they'd be in club while I'm in high school and I'd be in club while they're in high school. So like it was time to move on from my family club.
I know the people though, like in high school that played girls soccer, they were like, oh my God, like this girl plays for the boys coming in.
Well, also like, you know what, like it is cool, but like adults would always be like, oh yeah, she plays on the boys team. I was just like, all right. Like it's just like another thing
that like doesn't even fit you either. Like I feel like
it's definitely something that definitely shaped me, but it's definitely something that is crazy. Like looking back, I'm like, wow, can't believe I did that. Because then I moved to my club and
awesome,
I loved it.
Yeah.
But so this was also a big deal. Very similar to my first club selection. I had Galaxy and we went and watched this other club called Sockers who play in the GA. So that was kind of a big deal. Like we were like, oh, do we want to commit to that or do we just want to do USYS stuff? And luckily for us, they had a scrimmage going on. Yeah. So my mom, myself, and Coach Nick, my coach at the time, who was like, it's time to move on. Like, you need to go play somewhere else for college and like just to get better. We went and watched them play each other, so that was great.
That's awesome.
I think Galaxy won like 7-0.
So did you pick Galaxy?
Yeah. Even though like soccer's like the GA opportunities are fantastic, but
I feel like also that was the beginning of GA, so like it wasn't very.
And we weren't
like,
aware
well
of that either.
Yet, yes.
And like the college recruitment journey is just so complicated, I feel like
my mom and I had no idea what we were talking about. Like they did not play sports. My dad plays hockey, but like never at that high of a level. So it's like
it's just so scary and like something that you're not even I think taught about enough, or like it's just very complicated and niche experience where like if you're not in sports, like you have no idea what's going on.
I really don't. I wouldn't even say it's complicated. It's just like you're the one that's doing most of the work and everyone else around you, like everyone acts like the colleges are supposed to be reaching out to you, but I feel like it's kind of the opposite.
Yeah. And I also feel like it's very opinionated. Like that's why I kind of mean by complicated. Like there's so many stigmas around it. Like, oh, you should be doing this or you should be doing this, or like, oh, why'd she go there, or like stuff like that. And it makes it so like
mind your business.
Yeah. It's just seriously. It's like just everyone has their own process. Let them be, like let them live. I feel like that's what makes it really scary. But
I think the D1, D2, and D3 levels are so like they're not even that different. Well,
no,
some
it
schools.
depends.
Yeah,
Like
it depends on what school
depends,
you go to,
but yeah, I agree. But anyways, so we watched, and money wise too, it made more sense to go to Galaxy because less travel and it was just cheaper. And anyways, and we had my sister was moving to that club, and then we had a friend of ours that coached there, and then it just kind of all worked out pretty perfectly. So I like show up and this one scrimmage and this one practice. So I tried out a practice because since I'm in 04, the older girls were at high school at the time.
Okay. And
the younger girls that were my age were there, and they were practicing with like just a smorgasbord, and I just showed up. And
a what?
A smorgasbord, like it's a meal, and you just bring a bunch of things and you put it together, and it's like a hodgepodge. Do you know what that is? All right.
I thought hodgepodge was
I'll put a new vocab word up here.
I thought hodgepodge was like glue.
Mod Podge is that. Yeah. It's all right. Well, it's a hodgepodge. Like, okay, Okay, we'll start explaining more. I'll use that word more. I feel like I can't believe I've never used that word because I don't think I have.
This is a Chicagoan term.
Maybe.
Chicagoan.
I guess so. Chicagoan. Yeah. Maybe.
What is it again?
So it's like there's just a bunch of random girls there. Like,
oh,
we use smorgasbord. Like, my mom would say we're having a smorgasbord dinner. Also, I always say words wrong, you know.
Yeah.
Like, so that might not be the right way to say it. That's just how I say it. So it's like we might have hot dogs, burgers.
Oh my gosh.
Like, that's a bad example. That's just grilling. But like, let's say we have like pigs in a blanket with like pancakes and like leftover pasta, like everything just combined. Basically.
Smorgasbord.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
Continue.
So that's what the practice was.
Tangents everywhere.
It's fine. This is who we are, so.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Take it or leave it. You know,
you might think this is our first episode and they'll get better. They probably won't.
Nope.
We just kind of are all over the place, and that's what makes us fun. So.
And this is what our conversation sounds like on the daily, so we're making a podcast.
Everyone's over us.
Yeah, we have no one else to talk to. Just kidding. Love you, friends. They'll be watching this. Come on.
So the smorgasbord.
And the smorgasbord practice. Okay. So I think I balled out. I don't really remember. I just remember being really nervous. But my coach JT, he's the one that coached me then and took over that team. So
I've heard a lot about him.
Yeah. Interesting lad. He's from England.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Love the accent.
Mm-hmm. Me too. There's something about coaches and accents that make them like low key. I'm like, I think you're the most knowledgeable person I've ever met.
I think you know everything that I was wondering.
A soccer lord or something like that.
Should I bow down?
Yeah. We're just like, when Ewan comes in, our assistant coach is Scottish and we're going to be like, with our eyes wide open. Maybe bring him a crown one day.
I listened to your podcast.
So anyways, long story short, that went well. So he's like, okay, you can come join the team. So then I don't get to do anything though with the team until like the summer, until all the girls come back. And this is such a core memory for me, like hanging out with all these girls. And we had a game against Libertyville, which ended up being a huge rival, I feel like, for all 4 years. Like, they knocked us out of the state cup twice. My most embarrassing soccer moment of my life was against Libertyville. We won't touch on that, maybe another day. Anyways, so that was a good against, and I was actually so nervous. And on the boys team, I was playing like a 6 center back role. I come to this team, we have 2 awesome center backs. Like, I was not going to take their spot. They're awesome. I love them. So JT's like, okay, like forward. I was like, okay, like if I'm on the field, I'll be happy, I guess. So that was my first time playing forward, and that was kind of crazy. But from there, it kind of just was great. And
that probably felt good that they like found a spot for you though. Mm-hmm. Like that means they wanted you on the field.
Yeah, it did. And just my teammates, like I cannot shout that at them enough. Like they were honestly my best friends at the time. Like it's so cliche to say that a team is like a family, but honestly, we ended up winning just a bunch of stuff together. And I honestly think that that's 51% why, like majority why we ended up winning so much, just because of the camaraderie we had. And it's like emotional to think about like how happy I was playing with that team.
Yeah.
And we were all so different too, like different families.
And then it's like in the moment you like didn't appreciate it enough, and now like it's never gonna happen again.
Yeah. I'm just like,
not me being a Debbie Downer. It's never gonna happen again.
Yeah, your life's over.
Sorry, you're with me now.
Yeah. Yeah, welcome to your new life.
I'll finish out your days with you.
Those girls, they're done. But I still talk to them. Like,
did you start a podcast with them?
Not yet, but we'll see.
Whoa.
I was kidding. I would never. But so yeah, that was a fantastic move, and I think that's where my college recruitment kind of started. So getting onto that track, it was like honestly kind of an awkward time because I was a little different than Peyton. I had no idea where I wanted to go, and I had a really bad mentality, honestly. Like, I was like one of the D1 or bust. Like, I wanted to go to a big school. Like, I was like, I need, like, it was like making me freak out. Yeah, like I wanted to go to a big school. I felt like, it's not that I had a God complex about myself, but I was like, I think I deserve to go to a school like that, and like I really wanted to, but then I didn't put in the work to even like get that opportunity.
Or like...
Not enough. I think I was really good at it freshman year of high school,
and they can't even talk to you.
No,
yet, so it's like...
no, they could talk to you under the table. So like, there was a couple coaches I knew were talking to my club coach, and he would be like, oh, these guys are interested in you. And I was like, okay, cool. So then I was like, okay, I'll start emailing these coaches and get my name out there. So I was excited for the process to start, and then COVID hit, and then it kind of messed up everything, and then I kind of just stopped after that. Like, I was kind of like, okay, there's nothing I can do, and I was kind of like unmotivated at that time, but I still wanted to play college soccer, and I kind of always did. And then, was it June 15th hit? Like sophomore year, I think that is. Yeah. So
June 15th or yeah.
I think it's June 15th.
I think it's June 15th.
Yeah. So the girls above me on my team, I kind of am appreciative that they kind of went through experience first. Like, I kind of got to hear what they were going through.
That's nice.
And they had it way worse than us because of the whole COVID thing. So
I was going to say, I feel like it didn't really mess up that.
No.
However, you played in Illinois.
Yeah.
My club team, even though I'm from Illinois, I played in Missouri. So those like rules opened up a lot faster, so we could go to practice a lot quicker than Illinois could.
Yeah, we didn't practice the whole summer of 2020. We were in boxes. We had our individual boxes. We do like push-ups and like touches.
Did you ever do Zoom calls?
Yep. Did the Zoom calls first, then the boxes, and then we had to drive to Indiana to play because we weren't allowed to play in Illinois. So it was like an hour and 15 minutes, I think. Hour and a half.
It's not like
it wasn't terrible, no. But like when you had to do it, like
that's annoying.
Most weekends, my mom was kind of like, okay, can we just like fix the rules? Like, come on. And then they made us wear masks in the beginning, and like
stupidest thing ever.
They made us
wear a mask while you played soccer
outside. I was like, and it was on our chin anyway.
It was on the ref's chin. I'm like, okay, bud, how you about to tell me to pull my mask up?
The masks.
How you gonna blow that whistle, huh?
Yeah, exactly. What? He has like a pointy part right here. It's like
he has the button whistle now. I'm like, really?
Yeah. Where was this in COVID? Yeah. And the asthma. Don't even get me started.
Anna has asthma.
Yeah. Don't even get me started on that. It's a pressing issue.
Okay, back to
the story. So then
neglecting your emails.
Yes, I did not do that well. Yeah. So June 15th hit. Luckily, the first visit I went on was to UW Milwaukee, and the coaches were great. So that kind of helped me fix my nerves a little bit, I think, and it kind of motivated me to be like, okay, I need to do more and like get on this process. And I went with my friend Georgia, so we were kind of like, okay, we both need to get on this. Like, we want to play college soccer.
That's nice,
yeah, and Georgia, all my friends were really good, and Georgia was really good, so we were kind of like, come on, let's go. Like, let's get on this. So after that didn't work out, obviously, but I was talking to them for a while, so I think that kind of helped me not be so nervous when I was talking to other coaches too. So there was a lot of other coaches, I think, that were reaching out to my club coach, but weren't reaching out to me directly, which was kind of sketchy. Like, not sketchy, but it was just like confusing for me because like even some of them I'd reach out to and they wouldn't answer me. So I'm like,
oh.
Yeah, I was like, so.
And you're old enough now.
Yeah,
right?
to respond to me. So it was just kind of like stressful, I would say. And there was just a lot of like stress because I wanted to go to this big school, and so when I started emailing them, it was too late. Like, they knew early on who
I
they
feel like
wanted.
big schools, they almost like bend the rules a little bit.
Yeah,
they'll somehow like find a way to like contact someone's parent or like the coach.
Yeah, so I think that kind of like discouraged me a lot.
I was gonna say that's why they fill up their spots like so fast.
Yeah, and then COVID too, they were keeping girls because they had those extra years.
Right. Oh,
so they had less spots too for us.
That's so true.
Which is fine. Like, I'm happy. This is the preface of all this. I'm happy. I'm glad I'm here.
It's a stressful journey, but everything happens for a reason.
Yeah. So then that was happening, and Peyton's committed at this time. Like,
I committed like a month after it opened up. So.
Yeah. Like, I'm stressing out. I'm going through junior year. Like,
she probably did not see the commitment post. However,
no, because I had no idea this school existed. If I'm being honest, like at all. So at the time, this is August probably. Junior year is going by, my friends are committing, like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna end up at the school. Like, I'm like starting to freak out. I'm like, okay, I might just like stay home and go to like community college and then figure it out, or like something. Like, I was kind of freaking out a little bit. But then we had one game and the University of Cincinnati was there. And that honestly was probably the coolest experience of my life, to be able to like talk to that type of school and kind of see those types of facilities. So they came and were talking to me and my friend Ella Burke, and she ended up committing there. So shout out Ella.
Us name dropping is so funny.
Yeah.
Where's like first and last name?
They can hop on. That's all love. Don't worry. Anyways, so I was talking to them, and we went on a visit together there, which was so cool of an experience. Like, her dad, I went with them, which they're a great family, so I enjoyed that. And I really appreciate all the families kind of that helped me do stuff like that. It was awesome. But so we went there, and then that's when my D1 or bust mentality kind of came in really strong. I was like, I need to go here. Like, I was so set that I needed to go there because of the name, and it would have been so cool. Like, people would have thought I was awesome. And I was so worried about what other people were thinking. And it was like, that's not how it should be done, you know? So I was talking to them probably from February to like July, like just chit-chatting. Oh. Yeah. And he would like say like...
They would come to your games too?
They came to the games. They didn't ever come to another one of our games after they watched us. They invited us like a couple weeks after to it. It was an ID camp. So then, big moment of truth. Dave arrives.
That's our head coach.
Yes.
We're talking to them like they're our best friends. They know all these people.
Yeah.
You guys are.
Sorry. Dave Musso, the head coach of Lindenwood Women's Soccer. We're doing a showcase.
He snuck in.
Yep. We're doing a showcase at, what's the field that Sporting plays at? I have no idea. Just some random fields. They're not random. They're really known here. Not LaFuse, not Crevecoeur. Sporting's fields. I don't even know. We would do a showcase with them basically for these. There was like 2 years we would do a showcase with them before regionals and nationals, which shout out them. But we'd come down, play 2 random games, and Cincinnati was, they were there. So they were there. There was 2 other coaches that were kind of like interested, and then Dave was there. And I'm playing center back at this time because my coach told me center back is where I would be playing in college. So I was playing that when I'd been playing forward all those other 3 years.
And then went back to center back.
Yeah, center back currently right now. But so the next day after Dave sees me play, he texts me and is like, "We are interested in you," like blah 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 blah. His probably normal reaching out text, and I'm like, oh my god, I don't even know what Lindenwood is. I'm like, oh cool, another school. Then I looked into it.
Add them to the list.
Yeah, and that's not what I meant. But like, I just didn't have any idea they were even here. Like, my whole life I've played in St. Louis, never knew they were here.
Yeah, I mean, I only knew when he came to like our.
It's crazy
practice.
Though. Like, it's such a cool
we're
school.
climbing up.
Yeah. No, I go home now and people are like, "Oh, you go to Lindenwood?"
Yeah,
I'm like,
seriously. Every billboard I see, I'm like, what the heck?
Yes. Well, and, like, random people. Like, I've had people come up to me and be like, "Oh, like, blah, blah, blah." I'm like, yeah, I'm glad you know what it is because I did not know what it is before I got here. Which is, like, funny that now I'm here and I'm,
that
like,
is so funny.
repping the Lions. But he texted me, and he also texted my friend Georgia. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. So
fun fact, her roommate's name is Georgia right now, so that's crazy.
But my other friend Georgia, he texted her too, and she was just kind of like, I think she was kind of done at that point, so she was just kind of like,
she knew where
she would go. She I don't really remember where she was in that process, but she just didn't really respond. She was like, I just don't want to add another, like,
her story to tell.
Yeah. Anyways, so I was like, I'm gonna reach out, like, I'm gonna answer and just be like, I was keeping all my options open, kind of like you were. And then, so that was in June. Then I came here in July. And then I loved it. It was awesome. Yeah. No one was here, but
campus is beautiful.
The campus is beautiful. The people here are great.
Field I talked to Tom. Is incredible.
Yeah.
Oh, Tom.
Yeah.
Tom
my mom loved it too. Yeah, Tom is like, you'll never find 2 guys like these. Talking about our coaches. I'm like,
he did the same line on me. He sold it. I'm so for real.
Shout out to Tom Emery because he probably sold
our whole class.
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't be surprised. But we came here, and then at this time with Cincinnati, which was still my main option, he kind of had told me, like, you'll have a spot right now, but, like, they found this transfer or someone, and he was just kind of like, you can have a spot, but he's like, I just don't know if it'd fit your situation best. And he's like, I think you deserve, which was really nice of him. I respected him being honest. And being like,
really nice.
You deserve to go somewhere where you're going to get money and
so he wasn't going to give you money or anything?
No, I was going to have to go there and just have a spot. Yeah. And in Ohio, like, that was kind of far too. So, yeah.
I mean, I respect the people that can do that, but like my family, like, we can't do that.
No.
I can't go to school without.
No. Neither can I at all. So
that would like eliminate them completely.
Yeah. It was definitely heartbreaking, but then I was like, okay, I'm gonna embrace this place, and like I came back in August, with.
So this is August, your senior year.
Yes. Okay. I'm starting senior year uncommitted. All my friends are committed at this time, and I'm like.
They knew something big was cooking up then.
Oh my god.
Lindenwood.
Yeah. Yeah. But also back to the D2, D1 part, I wanted to go D1. So like that was a selling point for me. Like,
and the selling point for me was going D2. So
yeah. So that's crazy because he told me that in the meeting. He's like, yeah, we're going to be D1 and like you can be a part of that journey. I was like, that is so cool. Like that is so awesome and that's awesome. So
I'm happy that we moved to D1 now, but I did cry because I committed D2. I was only looking at D2 schools, and then I got like an email and they're like, big things are happening, we're moving D1. And I cried to my parents, and then my dad was like, oh, this is awesome, because they were like, we still want you.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah. So I was like, okay. And now I love it here, so it's like,
yeah,
okay.
And, yeah,
it worked out for the best.
Yeah, and the people here are great. So
this is like the universe bringing us together.
I know, with two opposite perspectives on this whole thing.
Yeah,
but
crazy.
Yeah, so I came here to a game, experienced it with Hannah and Sam, two of the most interesting people on the entire planet. They weren't even here when we played.
Yeah,
but I have to
Hannah
say,
was.
Most interesting experience I've ever had with two people. And they also told me that they had never been allowed recruits. I was the first one. So I was like,
that's awesome. I'd be like, oh, why?
Yeah. But Ryan, my boyfriend, his dad took me to that one, so I was already stressing because I was like, oh my God, my boyfriend's dad is taking me. And if you know me, I have an issue about, like, not an issue, but it's like kind of like.
She doesn't like to talk about him.
Yeah, but he's great, right? Shout out Ryan.
I knew this.
Anyways.
Freaking podcast, you would have to bring up Ryan.
Okay, chill on his name. Anyways, that's the only time I'm probably going to mention it because it's part of the journey. I was so nervous and embarrassed that, like, my own mom couldn't bring me to this, like, she couldn't bring me to my own visit where, like, I was probably going to commit after that if I liked it.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is so embarrassing. But I really appreciated that. Again, the people that are willing to do stuff for you like that is,
a village,
I'm so thankful.
that's
Yes,
so
it
cute.
takes a village for real. But, so then I went to the game, and I was like, okay, like, and he offered me after that. No, he had offered me after the first time I came. And then I was like, okay, I still need some time. Like, I was just nervous, I think.
Yeah.
And then I came back, and I was like, okay, I think I'm going to take it. And, like, it was crazy. And then I got my T-shirt and my picture ready. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to commit. And I told my mom, and then I emailed him, and I was like, I'm ready. And if you know Dave, he's always a let's go type of person. And he was like,
heck
let's go!
yes, heck yes.
So I committed in August of my senior year. So a year and a month after Peyton did. And now we're here, so it's crazy. The process is crazy, let us tell you.
Yeah, that's like actually the opposite of everything. I feel like my process was definitely unique in the fact I was so young and I knew exactly what I wanted.
Yeah.
Even though it changed on me.
Yeah.
But I seriously knew what I was going to major in when I was in 8th grade.
Yeah.
Like, I knew I wanted to be elementary education.
Yeah.
And then, like, I saw this.
Yeah.
They have a really good program here, so I was like, it's perfect.
Maybe that's why they changed it on you, because they knew. They're like, you need a little spice.
You need some.
Yeah.
You need to get out there.
Yeah, get the spice. So.
I mean, I was like, I think just at the point where I was like committing, my motivation or my confidence was so low. I was like, I don't want to keep doing this.
Yeah.
Like, and then I came here and it was like, oh, okay, I could do this.
Yeah.
Like, I could do this. So I was like,
and here we are doing it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's kind of our process, we'd say. Going forward, we're super excited.
We're hoping to get people to interview. We have some thoughts in our mind already. And we're going to get their process and how their journey has brought them to where they are now. And we hope you enjoyed this episode.
Yes.
This is so fun.
Yes, I had a great time. And I hope you guys really listen and have a good time with us because,
we're just
regardless,
girls.
we're going to keep making it. So we don't even care.
Yeah, we're just girls. We're just chatting it up.
Yeah. And we're going to bring some other people to chat it up.
Yes, I'm so excited.
So if you guys have anyone in mind, Lindenwood, Oswego, Granite City community, bring them up.
Hit us up.
Yeah.
Hit us up.
Yeah.
You know where we are. You know where to find us.
Yeah. So thanks for unfolding the process with us.
See you next time.
Bye.